What's up, guys? Hannah Marie Strong RD here, and today we're talking about the infamous New Year's resolution. I say infamous because everyone knows that a New Year's resolution fails by January 3rd. Okay, maybe January 10th if you're really committed. But what if I told you that by making just a few minor tweaks, you could turn that resolution from an inevitable fail to an epic win? We've already covered the dumb mistake you probably are making in December and what you can do to fix it. But now we're taking it to the next level. I'm gonna teach you how to not only avoid being dumb, but how to get smart. But before I elaborate, you're gonna wanna hit that subscribe button so you don't miss all the helpful tips coming your way in 2022. I'm gonna be sharing lots of nutrition knowledge and teaching you how to build a strong, lean physique all year long. Now let's get into today's topic, SMART goals. When I said you just gotta be smart, I meant it literally. SMART is an acronym. The letters stand for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. While this acronym can be used when setting any goal, today I'm going to be walking you through a weight loss example since that's a very hot topic amongst New Year's resolutioners. Specific. What exactly are you trying to accomplish? The more defined your goals, the better. Rather than saying something like, I want to lose weight, your goal should be more concrete. Something like, I want to drop 10% body fat. And while losing weight is a respectable goal to have, I encourage you to reframe your intention. You see, when you say that you want to lose weight, what you really mean is you want to lose fat. A lot of people come to me saying they want to be more defined. What they don't realize is that in order to get that defined look that they're going for, they have to have some level of muscle. The problem with dieting, especially around the new year, is that people get sold these 30-day fixes or quick 2-week programs that get them to lose weight, but the wrong kind of weight. When you approach a diet incorrectly, you risk losing muscle mass. A lot of people get so fixated on losing weight quickly that they risk losing metabolically active tissue, aka muscle. And without that muscle, you aren't gonna get that defined look. You're gonna have a soft, skinny fat appearance. So it's important to maintain your muscle tissue at all costs during a diet, even if that means slower progress. And I'm not talking a crazy amount of muscle, but muscle is metabolically active, meaning it's going to increase your metabolism. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism. And the higher your metabolism, the more food you can eat on your diet while still seeing results. Because muscle burns more calories at rest. So even if your goal is to lose fat, you should make sure that you're doing at least 1 to 2 days of resistance training to preserve that lean tissue. Measurable. Just like it sounds, you have to be able to measure your progress. How are you going to track your progress to know if the plan is actually working? And if your answer is the obvious, well, the scale, duh, I'm going to encourage you to rethink that too. Muscle is a lot more dense than fat, so you may end up losing a lot of fat, but not seeing that reflection on the scale. The reason why you may not see that change in the scale is because your muscle mass is likely going up if you're eating adequate protein and doing that resistance training. Don't be afraid, this is a good thing, but it's gonna make it look like your progress is a little slower than expected. You can imagine how discouraging it would be to hop on the scale having done everything right in the gym and the kitchen, only to see the number barely moving, if at all. It could even go up. But again, you're making progress, believe it or not. So many people get disheartened by not seeing the number on the scale drop that they give up on their goal entirely when they were literally crushing it. And as a dietitian, that crushes me. Don't give up on yourself. Now, there's nothing wrong with using the scale as a measurement tool, but it shouldn't be the only tool in your toolbox. In addition to the scale, I recommend taking actual measurements with a measuring tape and progress pictures every 2 to 4 weeks. I know, progress pictures are painful. I have suffered through many a day one, but I'm sorry. It's necessary to track your progress, and not to mention when you actually succeed at your goal, if you did not take a picture on day one, you are going to be kicking yourself when it's Transformation Tuesday and you've got nothing to post for that victory transformation. To reiterate, scale's okay, but use it in addition to a measuring tape and progress pictures. Attainable. It is super important that your goal is realistic. And while I'm all for dreaming big and shooting for the stars, getting overzealous when setting a goal could make it seem like it's too far out of reach, so subconsciously you don't even give it your all. While it's okay to think of that big goal in the back of your mind, try splitting it up into smaller, more attainable goals. For example, when I ended my muscle building phase for powerlifting, I was in the 132-pound weight class. I spent years strategically dieting down to the 97-pound weight class to preserve that hard-earned muscle. Takes years, people. Gotta be patient. But at my heaviest, how attainable was it to think that I'm going to go from the 132-pound weight class down to the 97? It's not very realistic. I mean, that's a 35-pound difference on a 5-foot frame. That would be intimidating to anyone. So, what did I do? I split it up into smaller, more achievable goals. Instead of focusing on 132 to 97, I thought of, okay, let me get down into the 123. Then it was, let me get down into the 114. Then the 105. And eventually, the 97. Because I split it up, I felt like I was really accomplishing something when I got down into one lower weight class, even if it wasn't my final goal. All too often, people don't even start their goal because it's just too overwhelming. If you have a big number to lose, like 50 or even 100 pounds, it could seem impossible. But if you break that down into 5 to 10 pound increments, now suddenly that isn't so scary. Once you start achieving your goal and you lose that first 5 pounds, it's easier to lose the next 5 pounds and the next 5 pounds. What I'm getting at is success breeds success. Small victories give you incentive to keep going. Relevant. In other words, why is it important to you? Why do you want to achieve it? For me, my fat loss was relevant because I have to compete in a weight class sport. I want to be as competitive as possible, being the lightest body weight I can while lifting the heaviest weight. For you, it could be feeling more confident on the beach this summer. Or maybe you want to improve your health so that you can start a family or be physically fit enough to run around the yard with your grandkids. No matter where you're at in life, it's important to consider your why. Write it down and come back to your why on days when you want to throw in the towel. Because trust me, any health goal, especially fat loss, is a journey. And there are going to be moments where you want to give up. But if you can think big picture and think about why this goal is relevant and important, you're more likely to stick out those tough days and keep showing up. Envision a healthier, leaner you. What does it look like? What does it feel like? These are important things to keep in the back of your mind. The more you picture yourself succeeding, the more likely that your dreams are going to become a reality. And finally, time-bound. Set a time frame to hold yourself accountable. If your goal is to feel more confident on the beach, plan a swimsuit shopping spree. Swimsuit shopping spree, swimsuit shopping spree, This is so embarrassing. Swimsuit. Wait, I can do this. I went to school for theater. Swimsuit shopping spree. Swimsuit shopping spree. Swimsuit shopping spree. I'm sweating. Swing. Go buy a bikini! Cut that out. Go get yourself a bathing suit on June 1st. No matter what, you're going to have to face yourself in that dressing room mirror. Did you accomplish what you actually said you were going to accomplish? If your goal is to drop a weight class, sign up for a meet that requires you to make weight. Or if your goal is to get your dream physique, Sign up for a bodybuilding competition. There's no way you aren't going to pursue your goal if you know you have to step on the platform or step on stage to show off the guns. No matter the scope of your goal, it's important to hold yourself to a deadline. Having that particular date creates this sense of urgency, so you'll keep showing up for your goal even when life gets in the way. There you have it! You can see how using SMART as a goal-setting guide can increase the likelihood of you succeeding. Rather than having a lame New Year's resolution that you thought of when the ball was dropping and you were drunk with your friends, you've now got a kick-butt New Year's resolution with some oomph! So before you get drunk, get smart. Make your goal as specific as possible, something you can measure directly, something that's attainable, relevant to your aspirations in life, and time-bound, so you actually do the darn thing. I hope this video helps you make 2022 your year, or whenever you're watching this. If you've got a SMART goal planned, tell me what it is in the comments. I'd love to know. If you found today's tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on all the free nutrition knowledge. Lastly, if you need additional help with your nutrition or body transformation goal, check out my website and book your free consult with me, Hannah Marie Strong RD. Happy New Year!